There's a pattern in economic history that almost nobody talks about. A pattern that destroyed thousands of companies, wiped out trillions of dollars, and left investors convinced the world had permanently changed. The most famous example? The dot-com crash of the early 2000s. But today, that same pattern is being used as a warning sign for artificial intelligence. People are saying we're in another bubble, that the crash is coming, that AI will collapse just like dot-coms did. They're wrong. Because when you look closely, AI doesn't fit the pattern. In fact, it's the first major technological explosion in history that cannot burst, at least not in the way people think. To understand why, we need to go back to the rise and fall that started it all. In the late 90s, the internet was pure magic. Anything with a .com in its name was instantly valuable. Investors poured billions into startups with no profits, no customers, and sometimes no product at all. Companies like Pets.com, Webvan, and GeoCities became symbols of a new digital world. Analysts claimed the old rules of business no longer applied. The internet changes everything, they said. For a moment, it looked true. Stock prices soared, CEOs became celebrities, and the Nasdaq doubled in a single year. This wasn't growth, it was mania. And like all manias, it didn't last. By March 2000, the cracks were already forming. Revenue wasn't real, profit didn't exist, and the technology, for most companies, simply didn't work. When investors panicked, everything fell at once. The Nasdaq dropped 78%. $5 trillion evaporated. Thousands of companies disappeared in months. The dot-com world had been built on speculation, hype, and belief, but not necessity. And that's exactly why it collapsed. Every historical bubble shares the same 5 traits. Hype grows faster than reality. The core technology isn't essential yet. Investors outnumber customers. Small failures trigger large panic. The system doesn't depend on it. Dot-com checked all 5. Now the world looks at AI and assumes the same story is repeating. But here's where they're wrong. AI doesn't fit the pattern. Not even close. To understand the difference, you have to look at what AI actually is. AI isn't a product like Pets.com. It's not a website. It's not an app. AI is infrastructure. The backbone of everything from healthcare, banking, cybersecurity, transportation, smartphones, e-commerce, social media, cloud computing, government systems. The world is already hooked. If AI disappeared tomorrow, the global economy would freeze. .com wasn't essential. AI is. That alone changes everything. The biggest companies on Earth are now fully tied to AI. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, Apple, Tesla. These aren't fragile startups. These are trillion-dollar empires with global infrastructure built around artificial intelligence. When small companies failed in 2000, nothing collapsed around them. If AI collapses today, everything collapses with it. No government, no corporation, and no economy will allow that. AI has passed the point of failure. It has become a pillar, not a product. Dot-com companies had imaginary problems. Should people buy groceries online? Should pets have their own delivery service? Should we redesign the internet every 6 months? These weren't needs, they were experiments. AI, on the other hand, solves real, measurable problems. Detecting fraud, predicting supply chains, automating customer service, analyzing medical scans, writing code, translating languages, boosting productivity, analyzing financial markets. Companies aren't investing in AI because of hype. They're investing because not using AI is now a disadvantage. .com was optional. AI is mandatory. Here's the part most people ignore. AI is no longer a corporate battleground. It's a geopolitical weapon. Every powerful nation is pouring billions into AI. Defense, surveillance, intelligence, border security, cyber warfare, research. When the government relies on something, it doesn't burst. It becomes national infrastructure. .com was a business trend. AI is state-level technology. The stakes are incomparably higher. Now here's the truth we won't hide. AI won't burst, But parts of the AI world will collapse. Not the core technology, not the industry, not the demand, but the spare parts, the unnecessary layers. Companies overhyping results, startups surviving only on investor money, tools nobody uses, big promises without product, overvalued stocks. When the market cools, these will fall away. This is not a burst, it's a filter. What survives will be stronger. What died was never real. This is the natural evolution of every major technology: electricity, automobiles, the internet, smartphones, cloud computing. AI will follow the same path, not a crash, a cleansing. Here's the part most people never consider. The dot-com crash happened because the world wasn't ready. AI is different because the world has already adapted to it. It's woven into the global economy, into national security, into corporate survival, into daily life. AI isn't a bubble that bursts. It's a chain system, pulling every part of modern civilization with it. If one link breaks, another supports it. If one company falls, the industry keeps rising. If one innovation slows, another accelerates. This isn't a repeat of .com. It's a new phase of economic evolution. The world will reshape itself around artificial intelligence, whether we're prepared for it or not. So no, the AI bubble won't burst. Not the way people expect. Not like the early internet, not like .com. Because AI isn't just a technology. It's a dependency. And dependencies don't collapse. They tighten. Welcome to the new financial era. The age of unavoidable intelligence, and the chain that ties the global economy together. If you want to understand how this transformation will unfold, you're in the right place. This is Financial Chains, and the story never ends here.
If you've got the balls, you'll build the wealth. Smash that subscribe now